Those of you waiting for the Earth to become unstable, I'm afraid you will be waiting until the age of men expires. These bold comments were tweeted by Terra blockchain founder Do Kwon in an attempt to persuade crypto investors to place their confidence and money in Terra USD UST, a stablecoin that Kwon assured would always be priced at exactly $1. Unfortunately, Kwon's confidence was not enough to protect UST and the rest of Terra since his entire project collapsed, and frustrated investors responded with a lawsuit against Binance US, which promoted the project. What happens next? Will Binance US be banned from doing business in the United States? What comes next for Luna? Another day, another Binance lawsuit. This time, investors who lost their whole portfolios when Terra's Luna and UST coins dropped dramatically to zero are pursuing the exchange. Investors feel Binance purposefully deceived them about the token's reliability, and according to sources, Coinbase and numerous other exchanges will be next in line. While investors in South Korea filed a complaint against the Terra project's creators the same week it crashed, the new case against Binance US is the first in the United States. Jeffrey Lockhart filed the complaint on behalf of over 2,000 additional investors who acquired the UST stablecoin at Binance US, the sister firm of global cryptocurrency exchange Binance. The defendants in the action are BAM Trading Services, doing business as Binance US, and its CEO Brian Schroeder. It was filed in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California. According to the lawsuit, Binance US began buying and selling UST to its users on April 13, 2022. According to the investors, the exchange promoted and offered UST as a safe asset that could be utilized to make considerable returns, including interest. According to the claim, this was unlawful for two reasons. The first and most obvious point is that UST was not a secure asset. The unstable coin began to plummet in early May, and within a few days, it had lost more than 80% of its value. Terraform Labs, TFL, the blockchain project that developed UST, attempted everything to salvage the currency but failed. Today, the project is basically bankrupt. Binance US, however, did not stop there. According to the lawsuit, the exchange is accused of marketing unregistered securities in UST. Binance neglected to disclose that UST is security and was selling it despite not having a license from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to do so. Talking about the Securities and Exchange Commission, there's already an ongoing investigation by the SEC into BNB's initial coin offering in 2017. Binance is no stranger to legal proceedings or regulatory action. For the past 2 years, regulators in dozens of jurisdictions have pursued the exchange, which hasn't had a physical facility in years, for violating various financial rules. Binance hasn't changed a thing despite the numerous steps taken against it. In fact, in its reply to the most recent legal action, Binance's spokeswoman dismissed all charges, saying that they have been registered by a FinCEN and claiming they have complied with all applicable requirements. And those claims are without validity, and we will firmly defend ourselves. Despite denying any wrongdoing, Binance admits it made a mistake. When asked for a response by the media, the exchange defended itself by revealing that it had delisted UST on June 12th. But it was too late, as UST had already plummeted and investors had lost billions of dollars. Binance has removed ads promoting UST as a secure asset, showing that it is aware of its illegal behavior. The exchange's website called UST not only safe, but also a fiat-backed stablecoin. The investors believe Binance's involvement with UST and Luna isn't an anomaly. The exchange is centered on the principle of seeking profits at whatever cost, with no regard for who gets wrecked in the process. The lawsuit alleges that Binance US business model is premised on enabling these bad actors. Binance US profits from every trade and therefore has a stark incentive to sell crypto assets irrespective of their compliance with the securities laws. From Binance US perspective, the less disclosure, the better, as more disclosure about the riskiness of crypto assets will predictably lead investors to trade certain assets less and reduce transaction volume and Binance US's astonishing profits. If the lawsuit succeeds, it will be significant in establishing DeFi's legal standing, which has so far dodged explicit restrictions or substantial government monitoring. Furthermore, the fact that the lawsuit aims to make a centralized exchange liable for a token's promotion, rather than the organization that created it, will have far-reaching ramifications for the future of DeFi. It might foreshadow a future in which centralized exchanges are required to more thoroughly scrutinize the tokens they support on their systems. And, while Binance is the first target for disgruntled investors, it will not be the last. A source at the law firm representing the investors, New York-based Roche Friedman and Donson, Nagy and Fleisig, said to one media outlet that Coinbase and others who sold UST and/or Luna are next in line. Kyle Roche, the founder of Roche Friedman, has asked Luna investors to contact the business if they purchase Luna on any of the top US crypto exchanges. Thus, the lawsuit against Binance could be the first of many. The fall of Luna was mainly triggered by its connection to Terra USD UST, an algorithmic stablecoin. Unlike other stablecoins, which are linked to a specific dollar value or equivalent currently held by centralized institutions, the UST stablecoin maintains its value using algorithms and computer-generated codes. The process of preserving the $1 price equilibrium involved burning and minting Luna and UST tokens to keep their prices stable. However, a huge quantity of UST was dumped during the bear market, leading the stablecoin to depeg. This had a ripple effect on an already down market, causing more and more investors to sell and burn UST, therefore minting additional Luna. This excessive mining resulted in a significant rise in Luna's circulating supply, causing its price to drop. The circulation quantity of the token was about 345 million in April, but it increased to 6.5 trillion on May 13th. Following the catastrophic fall, Terraform Labs decided to bring the altcoin again, but without any ties to the algorithmic stablecoin. Terra 2.0, a new Terra blockchain, was launched by developers. Terra Luna Classic is a new name for the former Terra chain. The new Luna 2.0 has a total locked supply of 1 billion, which is significantly better than the old token's 6.5 trillion supply. Previous and existing Luna holders will get 35% of the new tokens through an airdrop. 10% of Luna 2.0 will be distributed to people who had the token before the UST crash, and 25% will be distributed to those who currently possess Luna Classic and UST. Another 30% will be distributed to a group of Luna investors. To develop the Luna 2.0, Terraform Labs CEO Kwon proposed a fork of the Terra blockchain. In short, this means creating a new blockchain based on the existing one, but with certain crucial differences. The new blockchain will be built alongside 1 billion Luna tokens, which would be dispersed to existing Luna and UST holders and used to fund the creation of new Terra apps. While the Luna crash has had a huge influence on the wider crypto market and has caused concern for potential entrants, we must remember that it is not an isolated event. The crypto business has seen its fair share of ups and downs in recent years. New tokens have appeared with great promise, only to flop horribly. Some were due to project failures, while others were due to frauds and rug pulls. One of the benefits of the Luna incident was the Terra team's ongoing efforts and devotion. The team worked relentlessly to assist the community during this crisis and to execute a revival strategy that really differs from past blunders. Terra's operations were within the bounds of the law. They did not anticipate that it would fall so heavily. Luna's accomplishments in the blockchain area have been outstanding since 2019. Even during the most difficult market situations, the token maintained continuous growth and correction. Terra has accepted its shortcomings, and the idea of Terra 2.0 demonstrates that it has already begun to move away from the previous defective concept. We are not predicting that Luna 2.0 will take off, because the algorithm value proposition has significantly contributed to Luna's growth over the years, despite the fact that the same element was responsible for its final downfall. Terra 2.0 may not have a revolutionary idea, but it adheres to the foundations of cryptocurrency, which is exactly what the community requires right now. So, while this is not financial advice, we believe it is worthwhile to give Terra a second opportunity, given Terraform Labs' great support and dedication to the community.